To the new. When you drive a Chevy, it's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Uh, as always, brought to you by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. Also presented by Liuna Labor's Local 663, building Missouri and reminding us, drive safely in those work zones. Every one of those folks, they want to go home to their families as well. Continuing on here with our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week segment, sponsored by the Missouri State Highway Patrol, we go to Live for Life Academy, and we welcome in the Lady Hawks and head coach Chantell Polk. Coach Polk, hey, thanks so much for setting this up.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate you guys.
Well, Coach Polk, you guys 26-3 on the season. Kind of put a bow on the season right now. You guys have played really well.
Some would say that we play really well. I mean, I'm a coach that's never satisfied. So really well would be 30 and all. Ooh, burn. But we've been playing some really, really good basketball.
Yeah, at what point, coming in off of last year's team, number one, who did you lose to graduation? And, who have you had to replace? And who's some of the ladies that I'm assuming they're sitting right here in front of us that have had to step into those roles?
So last year coming in, I came in January 18th was my first official day. So I kind of came in right when it was getting to the meat of things. I lost two seniors. I lost a guard, Kenise, and then I lost Lauren, which is one of my post players. They were a vital piece to the team last year with how it was already, adjusted and set up. This year, in all honesty, we pretty much have a new team, so we have all of the same people. We lost a few people due to transfers, but also we gained about 7 freshmen. So we really haven't missed too many beats. I don't mean to sound cocky, but God aligned it up perfect to where we really haven't missed anything.
As you go back through this year, was there a point during the season where you felt like, and it may have been game one, where you felt like, hey, this team's got a chance to make a run? Or was it maybe sometime during that season, coming out of the visitation tournament where you got a 3-point victory over Eureka? Was there a point in the season where you really felt confident that you were going to be able to make a run?
So quote me, in June. So we have a very heavy June. I knew in June we'd be here. So a lot of people didn't believe this. My bracket is 100% right. So I kind of got pretty much all the big meat and potatoes to this. They did the work in the summertime and it showed during the season. So I already knew in the summer with having, in all honesty, eighth grade girls come and play varsity basketball and they could compete. And I hadn't really been able to have them for too long. But I got my hands on them for a full year to touch the season that we really would be a hard team to stop, even though we were really, really young.
Coach Polk, tell us just a little bit about your background. Where did you go to high school, college, and how did you get this position?
Oh my goodness. So I went to high school, the wonderful Normandy Senior High School. It's a little different from when I went there. I graduated in 2007. Call me old or not. My college, University of Missouri St. Louis, go Tritons. I was an athlete there. I like to focus on my athletic abilities. I like to stay on these girls. With coaching, I've been coaching for 15 years. So this is year 15. I've coached from everything from Nike EYBL, Team Adidas. This year I got the pleasure to coach our boys and our girls. So the same position that I came in last year, coming in around January, I was put in that same position with our boys. If I would have had them a little bit longer, we probably would have done a lot better. I think I proved that with the girl side. But I ended up coming over here. In all honesty, I'm a trainer, so I do basketball skills and drills. I was coming to check out our middle school girl, so she was in middle school, and I was yelling at her a little bit because of her style of play. I'm like, man, stop playing with these girls and get after it. So legitimately, I did a training session the next day. Unfortunately, I don't know what the reasons were. That's not my business. But the coach did ended up resigning, and I stepped in, and it's been smooth sailing since then. To be honest.
Take us back through that Class 4 District 5 tournament. You get Miller Career Academy in the first game, then Vashon. Um, Take us through that kind of game by game and how that went.
The first one wasn't too, we don't have too much to talk about, so we handled business. Um, was like 99 to 25 or something like that. So that kind of just really showcased that we could score. So towards the end of that game, third quarter, fourth quarter, we actually passed the ball 10 times before we attempted a shot, and then we ended up going no layups, jump shots only. So we got a chance to really, really work the ball and work on our shooting progression that we went over in practice with Rashawn. They wanted to give me a heart attack. That's all. So I looked young. They wanted me to lose a couple of pieces of hair. So it was a very, very, very hard fought game. So shout out to, we call her Tutu, from Rashawn. She's a very, very good athlete. Unfortunately, like most teams, just having one person typically is never enough for us. So we were able to showcase what we can do very, very well all season. I've been making sure that the third quarter is our best. So no matter what game we play, third quarter still seems to be amazing, and that's what did it for us. The third quarter, I believe we scored 26 points. We were able to hold them to only scoring six. So that was honestly probably my most favorite game of the year was the Vashon game.
Very nice. We've got four young ladies here, and you can start where you like with the senior or all the way down to the freshman. Who do you want to introduce first?
I'll introduce the freshman first. We'll save our senior for last. So our freshman, we got right here, Amaya Manuel. So she is my point guard and also a little shooting guard. We mix it up a little bit. You want me to go through them all for you or just her?
We'll start with Amaya. Amaya, good afternoon. How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Tell us a little bit about what your role is. On the team, what position you play, kind of what do you how do you define your role?
Um, well, my position, I play point guard and shooting guard sometimes because she's point guard most of the time. But my role is to just bring my skills to the team and just play how I usually play.
How did you overcome being a freshman going from playing junior high basketball into stepping on the court in a varsity game? What was that like?
I was kind of nervous at first, but I just overcame it over time.
Yeah, more nervous as a freshman playing a game, or more nervous right now doing an interview?
Both, both.
Very good. Have you had fun this year?
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's been
What
great.
and I do this just by the nature of what I do. I'll go through schedules and I'll look at games. Oh, I'd like to see this game. I'd like to be at this game. Do you look at your own schedule at the beginning of the year and kind of make little mental check marks by games? Or, hey, I can't wait till we get to play here or get to play there.
Yeah, I
And,
do that a lot. I did that for the Fashawn game. I was really excited to do that, to play, and so I checked them off.
very good. Well, on behalf of Missouri State Highway Patrol and Chevrolet, congratulations for being part of the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week.
Thank you.
And Coach, who do we have next?
We have up right here Diamond Polk. She is a sophomore. Also, she's my shooting guard. Since this is going to air tonight and no one's going to be able to stop it, she also plays a little bit of power forward.
Okay. Diamond, how are you?
Sis, power forward.
Diamond, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay. Tell us a little bit. How would you define your role on the team?
Mm. So I'm gonna start off like this. So I came in the season as a shooting guard, but I had to step up my role because we lost our one of our players, which was our post one of our post players, and we miss her. She got injured. So I had to step up my role as not only a teammate but as a leader one of the leaders on the team. So I feel like I'm coming into the game as a post once one of our guards come in to help us, and then when everything gets situated into like middle of the game, then I can go back to my role. So it's like so much I have to do, but I feel like I handle it well, not too much pressure. Over
Looking
here.
back, looking back on this season, uh, were there games that really stood out to you? Games that you really enjoyed playing? Games that you were looking forward to?
Um, yeah, there was a couple of them that had me like, it's gonna be a really good game for us. It was not only the Luther and St. Charles game, which was really a heartbeater for me. Bayshine game, Eureka game, and only three games that I really had. Oh, John Burroughs and O'Fallon. It was like the really good teams that we really had to play that I really was like a little iffy about, but knew I had to do work. So
Very good. You're looking forward to the Final Four?
most definitely.
Very good. Well, Diamond, you as well. Congratulations on behalf of the Missouri State Highway Patrol and Chevrolet for being part of the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week.
Thank you.
All right. And who do we have next, Coach Polk?
All right, coming up next, right here, we have Zai Harris. She's my thief. We always say lock her up because this season she's done something remarkable, and this was like a month ago. 100 steals, 100 assists on one season. She's my point guard, but she has moved from the role of honestly last year. I won't lie, she did kind of have to carry us a lot, and it was a lot of weight for her being a freshman, getting a new coach. This year, she's learned to carry us in a different way and become a facilitator. So that's our new role, making sure that I know she can score, I know she can go downhill, but can we get her teammates activated? So that's Zahire's sophomore guard.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Talk about that change of role from last year's role to this year's role. Was it challenging? Was it exciting? And do you enjoy it?
Well, okay. In the beginning, I was kind of iffy about it because I was a quiet person last year. Like I never talked, I just played. And Coach Polk was always on me about talking or going, getting off on my teammates. And this year is where I picked that up. So I am happy that I did that because I kind of like bring the energy to the team. I'm doing that, yeah.
What do you do? And Coach talked about the 100 assists, the 100 steals. How are you getting prepared for a game? Are you watching film, or what are you doing mentally and physically? I mean, obviously, maybe drinking a lot of water, getting a lot of rest. What are you doing to kind of get prepared for a game?
Listen to music and take a nap before the game. I mean, it's not all the time thing. Sometimes I have games where I just be so energized, and then I have days where I go to sleep. So both of them work for me.
All right. Very good. Are you looking forward to the Final Four?
Yes, I am.
What are you looking most forward to? Getting on the bus and traveling, getting out of school? What?
Yeah, the experience because like I really wanted to do this last year, but we lost the game before this. So get to do this year, actually, traveling to a different arena and playing at Missouri Arena is different.
Very good. Well, Zach, congratulations on behalf of the
Thank
Missouri State
you.
Highway Patrol and Chevrolet. And Coach, we've got one victim left, and I believe that's your senior.
So right here, last but not least, we have Paige Fowler. So Paige, I've been coaching for 15 years. I have never, ever in my life coached a post player with her height about. She's 6'1" at heart, but physically she's about 5'9", and that's on a good day. She is a monster on the board. So she'll give you on any night, she'll give you 18 points, 19 rebounds. So for someone of her size, going up against the 6'4" from O'Fallon, DJ. I love DJ, but unfortunately, her power, strength, and those hops for a lot of teams it's too much. So she's my senior. She not only brings that rebound and that boxing out, she also brings a wealth of maturity. So she's a very mature senior. So that's Paige Fowler.
Paige, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Paige, tell us a little bit about your role on the floor, and being a senior, you may have an off the floor role as well as far as leadership. Tell us about those roles.
Well, my role on the floor, like she said, I'm an undersized post. So basically, like my role is to just rebound, make sure my entire team is involved, putbacks. Anytime anybody misses screens, I love to set a good screen, and just honestly, just make sure everybody is uplifted, and pretty much that's it for me.
Do you enjoy the physicality part of it?
Yes, honestly, I love playing basketball because in real life, I feel like I'm a pretty chill and mellow person. So this is the only time I get to really be aggressive and really just get after it. So I love to be physical in the game.
Paige,
Yes.
if you could go back, get in a time machine and go back to your eighth grade year and give yourself some advice based on what you know right now, what would you tell that seventh and eighth grade Paige Fowler? What advice would you give yourself?
What advice would I give myself? I would say just trust the process and what is for you will be for you. Like, don't try to force anything. Don't try to be like, oh, this person's better than me or I need to be doing this. Everything happens for a reason and you become the player you are by doing what you do.
Very good. What does it mean to you as a senior, in your final year of high school basketball to be able to go to the Final Four? It's got to be exciting.
Yes, it's absolutely exciting. I think it's like the perfect cherry on top to just end out high school, going to the Final Four with this team. I love this team. I say it a lot, but this is genuinely the favorite team, my most favorite team I've ever been on. Uh, I'm sorry. There is a distraction in the locker room right now, the AD.
She's
And
always here, guys.
yes,
Come on in the
but
camera real quick. No, it's fine. Come on. Yeah, they're already recording. You're going to be in this. She's the reason we're able to do all these cool things.
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Great, I'll just step out again.
We
All
appreciate
right.
you. Miss
But
Palmer.
yeah, like I was saying, this is my favorite team, so I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. And I just think this would be a perfect way to end my career, my high school career.
Okay, so you take on a Moberly team in the quarterfinals to go to the Final Four. They're 27-2 coming into that game. You guys win 86-57. When that buzzer went off, who was the first person you hugged? I mean, who did you go find first when you realized you were going to the Final Four?
Good question. Honestly, I just really sat in that moment with myself first. Honestly, like, yes, hit one of those right quick. And then I hugged Zah. Shout out to Zah. And then after that, I put my earrings on and I was ready for the pictures. Honestly.
Very good.
That sounds good.
Well, Paige, on behalf of the Missouri State Highway Patrol and Chevrolet, congratulations on being part of the Chevy dealers with the Ozarks Athletes of the Week. And we'll go back to Coach Polk a little bit here. You got Chillicothe. They come in 27-1 to this game. What do you know about Chillicothe?
I don't want to put it on this interview because I don't want them to feel like I know too much, but I know enough to understand that even though we may be appeared as the underdog, I'm reading you guys' blogs. I read everything and I also use it for fuel. So the really, really good things, I do repeat them in the locker room. They're a good team. They're dominant in their area, but we're also dominant in ours. Our schedules differ a lot. I'm not saying they don't play as tough of a schedule as we do, but our athletic director makes sure that we play as many state champions as we can in one season. I think half of our season is full of returning state champs. So for us, that adversity early on and pretty much every single night we play someone of high caliber, it's kind of preparing us to really honestly run through whoever we see in this Final Four. That's the goal.
Very good. So what are your travel plans? When do you guys head out, and what time are you going to arrive in Columbia?
Head out at 10 tomorrow morning, so we head out the day of. Before we leave, we will be greeted and loved on and sent off by an amazing staff, an amazing student body, an amazing athletes that will send us off. They've been doing great in those stands, pumping us up. So we appreciate our fans, but I also appreciate my parents. So we really don't go anywhere without our parents and our AD. So this school will send us off in style. So we'll leave at 10. As soon as we arrive, we head right to the gym. We get after it like we always do. They'll rest, get their naps in because they need that. We'll fuel them, and then we'll hit that court.
All right. I've got one more question for all four of the players and coach, and it's because I'm a mandated reporter. Do you always wear your seatbelts?
It's going to be a heck of a ride.
Very good.
Locking people up too, and we lock them up. And we make sure we put on other kids' seatbelts too, and give them booster seats if they're needed.
Very good. Very good. Well, ladies, again, on behalf of the Missouri State Highway Patrol and Chevrolet, congratulations on being a part of the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Hey, good luck this weekend. Go back, bring back the biggest trophy, and we'll do this again next week with the whole team.
Say that you said with Life Academy, didn't he? And not Academy. This is a typo.
It's okay. That's also her personality too.
Yep, it is. You are correct. That's a good catch, and I did not see that. Oh well, our viewers will be looking at you anyway, so they're not going to care. So, ladies, hey, good luck, safe travels, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, and as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.